Okay, this is a quick example of how to complete a share pool, which you most definitely, if you're doing an AAT exam, will be asked to complete. Remember, you've got to remember your share matching rules, as you can see down here. You have to dispose of shares in a particular order, so if you dispose of shares on the same day you bought shares, you've got to dispose of those first. If you bought shares in the next 30 days after disposal, they would be the ones you dispose of second, and then the final place you would dispose of shares is in the share pool. So I don't think you're going to get all three. You might get one same day and one share pool, or one 30 days and one share pool, or maybe just a share pool, but there's too many to give you all three in the question, I think. But you should be able to do all three. Just want to quickly update the share pool. So all you do first of all is you put in number of shares and the cost, purchases, and then the one thing they like to throw in is either a rights issue or a bonus issue. Really quite straightforward. It says 1 for 3 rights, so basically it means for every 3 shares you're going to get one share I should say. So all you do is divide 12,000 by 3. You only get the new shares based on the existing shareholding, so 12,000 divided by 3 is 4,000, and they cost £5 each, times 5 is 20,000. If it was a 1 for 3 bonus issue, remember you'd have the 4,000, but this column would be blank. Okay, so before the disposal you need to add up the total in each column: 16,000 number of shares and 24,400 cost. Disposal, this is the key number you need to work out. The disposal is easy, you just take out the number of shares, but then you need to work out the cost on the disposal. So the way I do it, this is quite straightforward. This one's straightforward because it's just half, but the formula I normally use is this one. The disposal number of shares divided by the total number of shares times the cost. So 8,000 divided by 16 times by 24,400, you get 12200. Okay, as I said, you can halve it, but that you don't always get questions that give you a half. And then you've got to do the carry forward balance, so just to deduct that from the cost, from the shares column, and deduct that from the cost column. Once you've done that, remember this is the key number. If I highlight it in yellow, this is the one you need to carry forward to when you work out your gain and dispose of 8,000 shares. Remember, you're just going to do proceeds minus cost calculation. I'm just going to give you some figures just to show. So say the proceeds were 48,000 in the question, you take off the 12,200 from your share pool table and you work out a gain of 35,800. Okay. Just to be aware that sometimes if you have these more than one, so you don't just have the share pool, say you have same day and share pool, you need to split the proceeds in some questions. So I'll just quickly show you how to do that. Say I've got a question: Miffy sold 10,000 shares for £12,000. Say you had all 3 purchases which you could use as a disposal. You've got 10,000 shares, you bought 1,000 shares on the same day, 4,000 in the following 30, and then 5,000 you had in the share pool, gives you 10,000. You need to split the 12,000 disposal process between all of these. So all I do is, it's pretty similar to what we did up in the share pool. The shares purchased divided by the shares disposed of times by the proceeds. So let's work out the proceeds relating to 1,000 shares. Just do 1,000 divided by 10,000 and times it by 12,000, which is the proceeds, and you should get 1,200. If you do the same thing again, you should get 4,800 for the 4,000 shares, and when you do the gain for the share pool, you should get 6,000. Just check, it should add back up to £12,000. So this is a really key calculation. You've got 2 disposal calculations, but you've got 1 process. You need to be able to split it between the different disposals when you're calculating your gain. Really key calculation for you to know. Done.